Welcome to Master and Apprentice Prop Drops. Today, we're going to be making the nursery lab from Raised by Wolves.
This is Marcus Laporte. For the last 17 years, Marcus has been working in the film industry as a production designer, art director, and prop fabricator.
We're going to try something totally different. I'm dropping kits off to friends around town, then walking them through a build from the HBO Max show Raised by Wolves. This is Master and Apprentice Prop Drops, Raised by Wolves.
We're going to do things a little bit different today. I'm in the shop by myself. I'm working with a small crew, and I've gathered all the materials that someone else would need to build this at home. It's a Pepakura project, which is essentially a paper model project. And we're here with Chad James today. Chad, how are you?
Hey, how's it going, man? Thanks for having me on.
Okay, Chad, so let's go ahead and get your kit open. You should have some pieces of paper that have everything printed and transcribed. I know you know how to fold paper. I know you know how to use an X-Acto blade. You're gonna be great.
Let's see what we can do.
A lot of confidence in you.
From visionary filmmaker Ridley Scott, in his U.S. television directorial debut comes Raised by Wolves, an HBO Max original. So from the show, we are building a replica of the lab nursery, which is basically a futuristic orange igloo. In the show, androids land on this alien planet, and the nursery serves as both a base of operations, as well as a baby growing laboratory. We've got two versions of this build. I'll be working at a larger scale with cardboard, and then Chad will be working on a smaller version made of paper. When we were prepping for this episode, we actually got Ridley Scott's approval to show his storyboards, which I think is super cool.
All right, so we have all our stuff. I've got all my supplies and my tools. Let's get started. Our first step was to make some printouts. And the idea is that we are gonna transcribe this onto the cardboard. I'm gonna use a utility blade to make all the cuts. And we only have to do it 135 times.
Got it. It sounds like a lot of cutting, so let's do it.
As you can see, we started with paper and we end with cardboard.
Okay, here you go.
At this point, I'm using a ruler and I've got a little jig that I've made here out of wood that helps us do some of the folding.
Great.
But the idea is that you line these up on the corners and you pull up. I can come back and do the outside edge and I'm folding up instead of down. These corners are gonna match up like that. All right, Chad, in your case, because it was paper, they're already pre-attached. Only in my case, because it's a lot larger, I've got to take these individual components and put them together. So at this point, you're gonna take your piece of paper and those little triangular tabs just need a little dot of glue. And as you fold and squish it together, your piece should take shape.
All right, I have finished gluing it, and as far as I can tell, it looks pretty close to the one that you made. So I think we're good.
Yeah, just to give you some more clarity, the more of these we put together, the more of the nursery lab we're going to get.
Sounds good.
Now that's only one of 30 total wedges that we need. So we've repeated this process in order to make all the necessary pieces. Next, we'll attach these wedges together in groups of 6 to make larger subsections of the dome.
All right, I have compiled massive walls of Space Dome.
Nice.
Everything has been cut out and formed. These were pretty easy to figure out. This, I'm confused as to what I do with this Christmas tree that I think you said was the door.
This is the very front of the door, this rectangle from here to here.
Got it.
You're gonna end up with kind of like a triangle that's got a flat front. You're doing it, you got it. This is the hardest part of the whole build. I think you'll probably see what I mean. We're kind of at the point where most of the stuff that we've pre-engineered is good, but we're gonna have some little flaws and bugs that we're gonna have to kind of work out. And really the only way to know is to see it in person. It's looking really good though. So I think you just start attaching those sections together. So Chad, I am finally taking the 5 main pieces and I am joining them at the sides. And I'm noticing that it is a little tricky.
Yeah, I'm right there with you, bud. I'm having to like stretch them out to make them line up the way they're supposed to.
Yeah, I was like, you got the benefit of flexibility and I don't. Hey Chad, I'm having pretty good luck on the inside. How are you feeling over there?
I've assembled this much of it. All I'm missing is like the overhead and the door section.
So at the moment, and you're looking pretty good here, you kind of need all the parts to be in place and attached before the geometry of this dome takes the correct shape. So I would just go ahead and complete the dome, get these things on the top, and then just choose 2 columns of 3 and just make them go away. And that'll make space for your door.
That'll actually probably be easier for me to attach now. All right. You're smiling, but I did my best. Listen, it's mostly igloo shaped, all right?
I think it looks pretty good, dude.
But now I need to paint it. Do you have any painting tips for me?
Okay, Chad, so my biggest tip for painting is to be misting this on in layers about 12 to 16 inches away, okay?
Okay, I'm gonna go paint. I'll check back in with you soon.
All right, enjoy. All right, Chad, why don't we take a look?
Yeah, man, let's do it. Great job, dude. No, that's awesome. Dude, yours looks awesome.
Yeah, yours actually looks really good. The paint to really tie it together, I'm pretty impressed.
Thanks, man. I tried. I got close, I feel. We need to, we got this final piece though, right?
Oh yeah, the cherry on top. Let's see it.
Well, we'll put it here.
There you go. Oh,
it fell in the hole.
No worries. I think you did a really good job. Considering we did this for fun and we did this in a single day, I think you did exceedingly well. You should be very proud. It looks very nice. If you want to try this at home, I've included the template to this build in the description of the video.
Oh, dude, I love the black paint. Why didn't I get some of the black paint?
Yeah, that would be the next step to take it if you decided you wanted to keep working on it. You would take some, put some false shadows in all the cracks, and it would really make it pop and feel more three-dimensional.
Listen, the reality of what's about to happen is I'm gonna give this to my daughter. She's gonna get real excited and start using it as a dollhouse. And inevitably, in a matter of moments, like I'm gonna give this thing a couple hours, my 3-year-old son is going to destroy it.
Yeah, mine's a little bigger. It's vaguely human size, so I'm gonna take mine home. I'm gonna give it to the 2 daughters and let them kind of turn it into a little playhouse. Chad, thank you very much for joining us.
Dude, thanks for having me.
And also at home, thank you for joining us. And if you made something cool from Raised by Wolves, send us some pictures. We want to see it. Thanks to HBO Max for sponsoring this episode. Make sure to check out Raised by Wolves, out now, only on HBO Max. Hey, if you like this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that bell. Oh, and check out some of these other videos.